Welcome to Survival Theory. Today I'm doing some tactical camping. Now what does that mean, tactical camping? It could mean tactical camping, whatever you want it to be. But what I'm doing is basically going on an overnighter, except I'm bringing some firepower. I'm trying to walk quietly, keep a low profile. And what I need to do is practice moving, slow, stopping, looking, listening, smelling, situational awareness. So that's what I'm doing. Let's get busy. So I like this spot for a shelter. With all these leaves and limbs, it helps with the aerial blocking. Maybe some infrared or something helps block that. It also, from at least three sides really, it blocks the view of my camp really well. It helps with my, light discipline. I'm using the saw as much as possible because I don't want anything snapping. And nothing carries through the woods like a snapping branch or twig. It's hard to hide the angles of the tarp, the edges. Now I'm about 20 feet away. So I've got all my gear stashed away. I'm going to go on a reconnaissance Go see if I can head up to the lake area, check out that creek. I'm going to go ahead and eat some snacks before I start moving though. I'm just going to take my canteen, which is a survival kit on its own. I've got my knife, which is a survival kit on its own. I got my 9mm, 3 mags total. My AR, 3 mags total. Sniper Veil. Got an infrared in my pocket. Various things in my pocket, so should be alright. My goal is to be back before dark. One final thing. Before I head out, I want to redo the camo on my hat because that's my most important camo. If I need to duck down, the underbrush will hide most of my body. But I need to get rid of that silhouette. So it's a lot of work trying to get all your gear tight and quiet, accessible, and still keep your firearm ready. Another reason to get out here and train with that stuff. So this ground allows me to move fairly quietly without even trying. And earlier I heard some hogs up ahead. Now it rained quite a bit the other day, so I imagine they're enjoying that. Maybe they found some mud or whatever. So we'll see if we can get over there quietly, tactically. So there it is right there. Now the disadvantage to this tactical camping nonsense is I can't have a fire. I could if I needed to, but I don't need to. So I'm not going to build a fire. I've got an MRE, so I'm going to go ahead and eat that now while there's still some light left. Let's see what I got here. I got an APAC ready meal. Home-style chicken with noodles and vegetables and sauce. I took the candy out. Ooh, that's loud. That duct tape. Listen to that. That's like sticks breaking. I have to remember that and use electrical tape. So I've got a cardboard sleeve. Here's the meal. Here's the heating element. And here's the salt water to activate it. Now these crackers are looking pretty good. It keeps the rifle out of the dirt. So I think these spices expired a long time ago. That's too bad. Bone appetite. Who needs enemies when you have food like this? Some pretty lame stuff. But it's food. I think. So it's almost dark. So what I'm going to do now is go on another recon. I'm going to go that direction and I'll set my compass to the direction I want to go. So now I've hit the Forest Service Road and I've marked my spot. So I know where to go in. I got my compass bearing. So I'll probably hike maybe a half mile down this Forest Service Road and then head back. It'll be easy to find my entry point because there's an old culvert there pretty close to it, so I don't have to worry about looking around for the entry point. Alright, I'll get back to you later. Alright, so let me tell you what's going on. I've been hiking for quite a while and the temperature has dropped dramatically. It's got to be in the mid to low 40s. I mean, it's just cold. And I'm not dressed for the cold. I'm dressed for, hey, it's 60-something degrees. Because that's kind of how it was when I left. I need to get back, get on some warm clothes, check the perimeter, hop in the sack. But first, I found my stick that I came onto the Forest Service Road from. So I've got to stand on that stick, get a bearing, and because it's so dark, I need to travel right on my bearing and not stray off. So I'll do that. But something else I've noticed, there's a decent moon out, like, what is that? Crescent moon. Crescent moon in the stars. So it's putting out just enough light where this red light doesn't light up the trail at all. It just adds to the shadows because the moon is putting out shadows in the forest. So it's going to be difficult to see. Now I can still use this red light for looking at the compass and, you know, up close at my hands and such. But as far as the trail, more or less just going by shadows in the compass. I'm not going to use the white light. I've got this on just so you guys can see. I'm going to turn this off after I show you my compass thing. And then just go by compass and red light. and shadow. Why did I agree to do this? Oh yeah, I just felt like doing it. Well, got myself into this mess, so let's get it done. Alright, so when I left, North was in the doghouse. So now I'm just putting it on reverse. So that's the direction I got to go when I stand on that stick. Alright, so I made it back to camp. So I've crawled into my sleeping bag. I'm kind of cold right now, but I should warm up in here fairly quickly. Can't show you a fire tonight because I don't have a fire. But I'll talk to you in the morning. Oh, another beautiful morning. So I don't get to wake up and start the fire, have my Ovaltine and bacon. Dang this tactical camping. So the first thing I did this morning was get up, grab my printer, got a drink of water, looked around. All is well. I put on my boots, put on my jacket. Slept very, very well. I mean, that was, the ground there was the perfect contour. And of course I was very comfortable. I wasn't cold. Very comfortable, it was nice. I had my leg pillow and all that good stuff. Alright, so I need to, tell you what, let me pull out my backpack out here and I'll show you what I brought. Alright, so we'll start with this. In here I've got water purification kit, a filter in some tablets, a little bit of powdered milk. I'm going to have that this morning. Got an O-light. This is the Seeker 2, my compass, some winter gloves and some leather gloves, a roll of bank line, a fire kit, sharpening stone. I've got 550 and bank line. I've got about 4 aluminum stakes in here. I've got my shovel. And I've got my headlamp. And I've got like a plastic spoon and fork in there. And a camo bandana. Now in these 2 bags I've got, this is my extra clothes, which now I'm going to put these socks back, my sleeping socks. But I had my schmog and something to keep my head warm if it came down to that. And I also had my snake bag in there and the inflatable pillow. But those are going to stay over there in the sleeping bag for now. I ate one of the MREs last night. I had granola bars and fruit bars yesterday. But I've got an oatmeal. Those are pretty good. A Mountain House. dried berries and cherries. Oatmeal and hot cocoa. Instant oatmeal and hot cocoa. I'm going to have some of that this morning. And I've got a bunch of granola bars and fig bars in here. And I've got some bungee cords, camera batteries, my filming light, which I couldn't use because I'm tactical camping. And this is the Nemo sleeping pad bag. And this is the tarp bag. My toiletries kit, which I'll use this morning. Need to get my teeth brushed, for sure. And a wash rag to wash up with, you know, in case I get dirty or something. And on the outside here, I've got my clean canteen and a cup. And it does have water in it right now, clean drinking water. I've got 230 rounds right here. Carabiner hanging there. Over here in this side, I've got some camo netting and some cordage. And Ranger beads are hanging on it, but that's it. Of course, I got my printer. Now here I've got my tarp, the Nemo sleeping pad, and the military sleep system. And I'm just going to leave all that there for now. I decided it's better camo to just leave it open so it's not a big shadow. And just throw a few pine needles and leaves on top of the military sleep system. It'll blend in better open than it would if it's closed up. From a distance anyway. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to put my backpack right there. And once I start moving, I'll show you what I've got on me. Well, this is my bag that has, there's a camo bandana in there and some camo makeup. And I put my gloves in this bag when I'm not wearing them. Keeps them dry in case it rains or fall in the creek or something. I like to have dry gloves. And I've got a permanent marker in this pocket for taking notes. I've got a hand-drawn map of the area, and I can put reference points on this. On my belt here, I've got, here's a big problem I've had. Well, I'll talk about that later, but I've got a small printer, 2 magazines, and my knife. So in this pants pocket, I've got my keys. I did bring my keys this time. My camp knife, kitchen knife, and my EDC flashlight, cell phone, and my FLIR. I used that FLIR last night a couple times when I heard something. And down in this pants pocket here, on the lower leg, I've got my sunglasses. So I'll put one of my magazines here in my lower pant pocket, and one magazine right here in this pocket. So I have all 3 mags for my printer. And I'll strap my canteen on my belt, and that about maxes out my belt. So while I'm here drinking my hot chocolate milk, let me tell you some of the things I've learned. Tactical vest. I would have liked to have worn a tactical vest because then I can carry my sidearm, magazines for both printers on there, a tourniquet. I can just carry a lot on the front. Keep the back slick so that I can throw my big backpack on. I don't have a drop holster, but I would really like to know how well that would work. I think that would work out great, a drop holster. Leave your comments below on if you think I should mount my sidearm on the vest or a drop holster. I'm kind of thinking drop holster because, if I have to get low to the ground, it might be better to have a drop holster. I don't know. I've never had a problem with putting things on the front of the vest either. So, yeah, leave a comment below with your experience or whatever. Other than that, I didn't really have any problems. My pack was actually very, very light. And at first, I was just going to bring like an assault pack. Matter of fact, the assault pack that goes with that. This isn't a mission-specific loadout. What I'm doing is not even mission-specific. I'm just kind of seeing what it's like to bring that ILBE backpack loaded with gear, plus a rifle, sidearm, extra mags, a little more camo gear, trying to be stealthy and maneuver with that stuff. How do I mount it? And then it goes back to, well, what do I need? I really need a tactical vest. That'd be a lot better. Which is important if I'm going to keep my wits about me. Gotta watch out for those woodpeckers. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. I'll be making my rounds today, taking notes, looking for certain terrain features, just getting familiar with the area, keeping a low profile. Well, thanks for watching Survival Theory. Please share, like, subscribe.